What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Soy Centrix here, and I'm back with a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Pirate Empress herself in honor of it being the year of the snake. Now, I think Oda's a pretty symbolic dude, but I think he could play on the theme of bringing Boa back into the manga, whether it be for like a chapter or two, because Boa is one of the most popular characters in all of One Piece. In a global popularity contest, she came in 7th place above people like Shanks and Sabo even. And the reason why I think she came in 7th place was due to Gooners, but hey, nevertheless, she's a popular character, and I think Oda would benefit from bringing her back into the story. Now, granted, it's Oda's story. We can't tell him how to write it, and we don't really know what we want until we get it. But the last time we seen Boa, she was on screen getting choked out by Blackbeard, and a lot of people seem to think that Boa is inherently weak because she lost to Blackbeard, which I don't understand that, because Blackbeard is one of the powerfulest and strongest pirates in the verse. So her losing to him isn't really that big of a detriment to her character or her strength, because she's one of the only few characters with all 3 forms of haki. She can use observation, armament, and conquerors. We have never seen her use conquerors haki, but she's a confirmed conquerors haki user. And on top of that, she has great physical strength. She's able to jump, fly, break pacifistas with her feet. Like, if you think about it, go back to part 1 or pre-time skip One Piece, the Straw Hats all combined struggled to take down one pacifista. Boa Hancock by herself was just dog walking them all in Marineford. And honestly, in Marineford, Boa was a heavy hitter and is a major part as to why Luffy was almost going to be able to succeed. She was the reason he made it to Impel Down. She was the reason she gave him Ace's key, the key to the cuffs. She even let him train at her island. She her literal inhabitants, they all hate men, but she let Luffy stay there or near, like in her territory, just to train with Rayleigh for 2 years. She gave Luffy a bunch of stuff before he even went back to Sabaody in the post time skip to go to Fishman Island. So Boa is a heavily underrated character for all the things that she did. Now, granted, her and Luffy haven't seen each other canonically since, I think, Sabaody, the Return of Sabaody. I might want to fact check myself on that, but she hasn't seen Luffy in a long time, and Luffy's a major influence in her life because they both have a common enemy, the Celestial Dragons. Luffy hates the Celestial Dragons. Boa hates the Celestial Dragons due to the fact that, you know, she was their slave for so long, and shout out to Fisher Tiger for saving her. And when she found out Luffy hated the Celestial Dragons, she fell in love with them because he wasn't immediately turned on or gooned by her. And she even has a poster of Luffy in the background. So I think Boa could be a major player. I don't think it'll be this year, even though it would make sense because it's the year of the snake for her to come back. I don't think it'll be this year because I think Elbaf is gonna last for a couple years, because One Piece is in its final saga, and how long that's gonna be, we don't know. I think it's gonna be at least 3 to 5 years left of One Piece. It might be a little bit longer because it's a lot of stories still left, unless Oda wants to get lazy and cut out a lot of exploration and like exposition dumps. I don't think Oda would do that. So I think that Boa playing a big part in the final war, whatever it might be, because Elbaf, I don't think Elbaf's the final island. I don't, because I know Laugh Tale is the final island. I don't think Elbaf is the final island before they get to Laugh Tale. I don't think that. But I do think that something big is going to happen in Elbaf that's going to result in Boa having to show back up, if that makes sense. Because if you think about it, in the original Guy Valley incident, Gloriosa was there. Gloriosa was theorized to be dating Rocks at the time, so that only makes sense for Boa to also be there as well, because I mean, it's just playing down the generations. And if you remember the little double spread that Oda got, Boa wasn't on there, but she has to be there just the symbolization, because Oda's a very symbolic dude. That's why I personally think that the story has to align in a way that makes her come back. I don't think it's gonna be this year. It would be dope to see her again in the story doing some crazy things outside of just being, you know, thirsting over Luffy, because she's a great character in my opinion outside of the Goon and stuff. I want to see her use Conqueror's Haki. I want to see her fight at her fullest abilities, because even when you think about it, even when she lost to Blackbeard or got snuck by Blackbeard, She would have lost if they fought one-on-one. But she was taking down a lot of Marines. She took down half of Blackbeard's crew, even though Rayleigh had to step in and save her. They had to negotiate. Like, she took down almost all the Marines, and she was gonna take down Kobe as well, but due to Blackbeard sneaking her, that's what caught her off guard, ultimately leading to her losing. But Blackbeard and Kobe both failed on their goals to capture Boa. So I think Boa is an underrated character. I think she needs to come back. If not this year, sometime in the foreseeable future, she has to come back, because in my opinion, if Luffy's gonna end up with anybody, it's more than likely gonna be her. I know a lot of people hate the age gap, but she's a fucking pirate empress. She doesn't give a fuck about any of that. But it's been your boy Sway Cendrix. Let me know how y'all guys feel about Boa. And it's been your boy, and I'm out. Peace.